welcome back to Dark Heresy, going into, I guess, the second half of the show here on week number 5. Steven, floor is yours.
Ah, the floor. The floor is mine.
The game that, I don't know. Take it away,
No,
Steven.
I'm good with the floor. We're good. We're
Okay.
holding the floor.
Right.
All right. You guys look back and like those fucking gang members, they've like pulled aside some sheets of metal and stuff and are starting to like float them on the water. They're just like aluminum siding or whatever, so they bend them up pretty easily into little makeshift boats and start like floating them on the water so that they can like pull their way across. They're definitely still coming after you. A couple of them are even like swimming across the water to like try and get at you. So
I pull up my EO stick and I go, God Emperor, what the hell got into their butts about this? What? Is this a riot or an attack party? What is this?
roll your perception for me.
This would be great.
Jax.
Well, actually.
Oh, like how close is that?
Your
My
perception is 27.
Okay, no, that's awful. Yeah, you don't see anything in here that would tell you whether it's an attack party or a riot or whatever. You know, like everybody's got like Molotov cocktails and torches, and you know they're still just firing random shots completely into the air.
How many are making this weird boat trip across the water?
There's dozens of people.
I say, Engelbart, do you have any more of them grenades?
Only one left, I think.
All right.
I've got a crack grenade.
That is some nasty shit.
I don't think it was designed for blowing up makeshift rafts, though. Probably
Does
not the
anyone
best use
see
of
like
crack
a
grenade.
leader figure or anything like that?
Give me
Can
some
I-
more perception checks from the rest of you.
Okay.
If you're gonna try and scout this out.
All right.
30. I think I hit.
40.
We definitely see
60.
something. He's got 38
Yeah.
perception. Or sorry.
I got 34
34.
perception.
Awesome. All right, Wheat. Yeah, you look in the crowd, and you see. Let me find the description.
I would also
for
get
this
a
guy.
bonus too from high ground, would I not?
I don't actually know if you would. Just to perception.
Well, it doesn't matter. Frick sees it. I'm just.
You get the bonus for your heightened senses, by the way.
I'd still miss by 1.
Bummer.
Nice.
All right, let's see here. Oh my God, where the hell is it?
I'm just gonna shout, "I see him," and then shoot Barbosa.
Yeah, you see a big fucker in the middle of the crowd. Oh, are you guys able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. You see a big fucker in the middle of the crowd. He's wearing like full armor. Let me see if I can peg exactly what kind of armor it is. He's got like a full face visor on. He's carrying a combat shotgun. And at his side, you see a hand cannon and a shock maul. And you can sort of very dimly hear him shouting. He's actually in the front of this first boat. Like with one leg up, kind of like what, George Washington fording the Delaware? Yes. And he is wearing a stormtrooper carapace, which is like, it's made of densely layered plates of armaplaz. It's heavy and it's not terribly flexible, but it's incredibly protective. He looks like he is just furious, egging on the crowd towards you guys.
So I'm going to relay what I see, obviously, and say I'm not sure that we can handle what's about to come across this gully.
Can I
think
see
we
this?
need to-
Oh, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
think we need to get the fuck out of here, Eli.
Can I see this person that he's pointing out?
Now, Fricks, as you say that, it dawns on me. You're awfully soft. We should obviously consider the options of turning around. I don't know how my southern drawl became like stately southern drawl, but
No, I think it's perfect.
It may be possible to engineer this soft Fricks-like creature into some kind of mobile boat.
Yeah, I was considering that too, but we're trying to make it hard now. We have the grenades. Fricks, do you have anything that could perhaps dispatch a large number of people at the same time?
Well, anytime I enter into the war, I have the chance of dispatching the whole world. But in this particular case, what I could do is potentially maybe throw off the leader. I don't have anything that could affect all of these people at once.
You fine folk, wealthy people, go ahead and get behind us. Eli, you're good up there. And I say we focus fire at the big one.
Yeah.
And Engelbart, let's try to bring down as many as we can at one time. Fricks, do what you can without blowing up the room. And for God's sakes, keep your clothes on this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're actually wanting to engage the gang.
I want to reload my gun because I've expelled this clip. I don't know how long that takes. I have
Awesome.
5 shots.
It's a full action, 1 round.
Okay.
I'd like to
That's the first thing I
suggest.
wanna do.
I'd like to suggest that maybe I could sort of get at the leader, but if this doesn't work, we need to be ready to leave.
You can target him with a psychic power, but
Yes.
there are so many people all around him that you guys can't pick him out as a single target. If you fight this group of people, you're fighting the gang.
Well, I'm thinking maybe grenade onto the boat, and we might be able to pick him out.
That sounds like a good start.
I can
Yes.
but I can target the leader, Steven.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if he's standing on the edge of the boat, I think the proper thing to do would be to invoke Touch of Madness and just try to disrupt his vertigo so he can't stay
Ooh.
balanced.
I like that. Just
Oh,
make him
full
believe
boat.
that up is down.
Yes.
That's
All
pretty
right.
cool.
So I believe that it has a threshold of 11.
Yes, sir.
So
That
how
seems high.
out of curiosity, if I were to take a full action for invocation to sort of focus and add 1 more roll to guarantee success, how
Yeah.
would they reach the shore in that time?
Tell you what, if you are successful, then you'll interrupt them just as you reach the shore, as they reach the shore. If you fail, they'll be right on you, and you guys will be in a fight with the gang. Now,
if I
the
even
thing
fail,
about
oh wow.
now,
You
the
mean
thing
if I
about
fail the invocation or the actual?
no, if you fail the actual roll. The thing about gangs is like they don't like if you deal enough damage to them, you can get them to back off, right? So you're not necessarily going to end up fighting 100 people until all of you are dead. So it's potentially doable. But maybe the safest course of action is to hit that Touch of Madness roll and get yourself an extra point of distance from the gang.
Okay, we're doing it.
All right. So what does it look like when you invoke?
If I'm gonna,
Puts her thumb in her mouth and puffs up and just blows up.
yeah, actually, I'm a little conscious about sort of people watching me, sort of.
Can we
touch the
see her
immaterium.
nipples glowing, Steven, or does that just happen beneath?
Yeah, so I actually turn around to try to avoid the eye contact of most people to sort of prep for this palette.
I break out a toolkit and slowly start building a Chinese screen just right there.
Okay.
Takes 1 full action, right? I'll be fine.
So
yeah, you get like 2 nuts and 3 struts assembled.
Yeah,
So
that's a good start.
do I get to roll 3d10?
Absolutely.
Okay,
well,
well-
what does invocation do exactly again here?
It adds an additional psi level.
Is that a
Oh, no,
skill?
I'm sorry. I'm wrong. It adds the additional willpower. So I get 4 and then 4, I believe. If you want to verify that.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up
Invocation.
real
It's
quick.
112. or
It's a
something.
skill that you actually have to use, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead and make your invocation test, which is a willpower test.
Okay. 100.
Oh, man. You are so focused. Yeah, you get to add your willpower bonus to your psychic power test.
So I'm rolling 2d10 plus 8.
Yeah. Don't roll
I-
double ones.
Well, if I roll double ones, I still. Oh no, you're right. I don't. Okay.
All right.
Yes!
That's a pretty good roll.
And no 9s.
Yes.
Okay. You Touch of Madness this guy. Now he's entitled to a willpower test to resist. Let's see here. Where is his willpower? Not great. Oh my God. Yeah. You reach out your mind into his mind, and you actually feel his mind just like slam shut. And he sort of like holds a hand to his head, and he points his combat shotgun in your direction. And you hear this muffled, and then the entire gang goes, and they like start pulling faster across the water. It doesn't look like you were successful. Now, in the time it's taken you to do this, what has the rest of the team been doing?
Did you touch him with the madness of sorts? Is he
He resisted.
Okay, then I guess we. How many people do we see coming across? Like,
dozens. It's impossible to count the number of people.
Let's at least back away to a better place to fight. Maybe some kind of choked area of some sort.
What's the body of liquid that they're actually traveling over here? Is it like corrosive slime or what?
It's not corrosive. It's just bio waste. It's like
okay. How deep? As in, if they went off that, they're gonna drown, right?
It's definitely like 20 feet deep.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know, most people can sort of flail about enough to keep them up. It's not too wide. It's only like 20 or 30 feet wide, right? So, you know, a couple of them are kind of doggy paddling across through this sewage.
I'm gonna prime my crack grenade.
Okay.
Shit.
Would you all please roll initiative? If you guys want to seize like some high ground, you guys could all pile up onto this platform that Eli was up on.
Is there an escape route from that platform?
There's only one entrance and exit, which is the staircase in the back up there.
Steven, can we say that I've reloaded my gun and I've just been like looking at this leader through the sights, so I have a full aim when we go into the next round?
Well, you can't be aiming at him because he's a part of the gang.
Oh, okay.
But,
I can't single his head out if I do a called shot head?
Right. There's just too many like other heads in the way and like other boats streaming across. You're not really fighting individuals. You're fighting the entire group.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I'll roll.
Yep.
Wait, what? Oh, sorry. 13.
Okay, so that's 5 for those guys. And then Jax, you got a 10.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And Fricks.
For
have you
initiative?
rolled yet? Yeah, roll for initiative. Eli got a 13. Eli, you're like owning it with initiative.
My plus,
Really good
is it
roll.
agility plus 2?
Plus your agility score, yeah.
I think that's 2, right?
Yeah, you've got 2 agility.
Yeah, 28. Jesus Christ, I'm terrible. 7.
7. Okay. Let's see. Eli at the top. Engelbart second. Barboza. Oh no, Barboza's got a 5. Fricks third. No, Jack's third. Fricks fourth.
I'm 10,
These guys.
not 8. Yeah.
Ooh, oops. I thought I changed that. Good call. And then we've got the gang. And what are they at? They do not have very good
Oh my
initiative.
God.
Oh shit. That's awesome. Cool. All right, Eli. What you gonna do?
So we just see all these boats coming across this river?
Yes, and people swimming, and like people are pulling themselves up on the bank.
What's
and they
above
just
them?
start running at you. And like imagine this as there's just this crowd of people pushing out of the water, and you're able to either make melee attacks or ranged attacks as you wish, because there's just so many people. It's such a target-rich environment. It just doesn't even matter.
What's above them? Is there anything that I can like try to do a called shot on to knock down on top of them? Again?
Not right here, unfortunately, because you're like right under these huge struts, and it's sort of like this is a majorly reinforced support area, and you look way up above. It looks like there's a number of those sort of those vats, like smaller versions of them with tubes coming out of the very bottoms, and then they all sort of flow over into the right-hand wall. It's almost like these are the vats that are pumping stuff that's coming out into this sluice gate and flowing down this river.
Okay, I'll put my my rifle away and walk down the stairs, join up with the rest of the party, and draw my 2 swords. And that's my action.
Okay. Do you want to be like right next to Jax Romulus?
Is he not? Is the party kind of spread out? Like, is this the layout of the group that we're looking at?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the layout.
I'll just walk down to like right here if we're gonna be running back here,
Okay.
and I'll just
Then
stand there with
Engelbart
like, 2
Kappa,
weapons.
your turn.
All right. I'm going to take half an action to aim crack grenade,
Okay.
and I'm going to lob it at the leader's boat.
Crack or frag? Crack.
Crack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Crack
You're really
specifically.
far back.
Yep.
If you were planning on this, do you want to go ahead?
Where's
and just
the boat relative to me? How far away?
move? Right now, it's like what? It's at the edge of the water, which is 30 meters away. It's given that you can only throw that crack grenade 3 times your strength bonus. It's a little beyond
That
your
is not going
current
to happen, is it?
throwing arm range. You could run all the way up to the front, and
That sounds like a really bad idea. All things
I'm
considered.
just giving you your option.
Well, I think sinking the boat might not happen here. What can I do?
You've always got good old spray and pray.
Pretty much. Screw it. They just opened fire on the nearest target with last carbine semi-auto.
Awesome. You get a plus 30 because of the target-rich environment.
All right. I cannot wait to see how well I miss. No, that was not a miss.
No, indeed.
That was that should be 2 hits, I think, because that's 2 degrees of success with the plus 30 and the plus
Awesome.
10 for semi. It's good.
Sounds good.
All right.
Is that all I am to you? Just a
Roll your
wallet.
2 damages.
1d10. 2 6s.
Okay. So the gang is a little bit tough. You clip 2 guys, one of them through the eyeball and one of them through the spleen. Both of them go down. Their buddies sort of like scatter from right around where you dropped them, but the rest of the gang keeps rushing forwards. Jax, your turn. You're standing right next to this pillar right now, so you've got a little bit of cover from them.
Yeah, so I use the
What do you
cover.
wanna do?
Lean out, low stick, or EO stick rather, still ablaze, and I take my shotgun and shoot. Ooh, Jesus.
Damn.
All right.
And that's like plus 20 with the rich environment, too, so...
Yeah, plus 30. So are you using your shotgun?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This counts as point blank. They're right in front of you, so you get your extra hit.
1d10 plus 4. I guess I could just do 2d10 plus 4. Or 2d10 plus 8, right?
Let me double check exactly what scatter does. Every 2 degrees of success you get, you score another hit.
Well, how
so,
many-
like
Is that
you got a
3d10
7.
plus 12?
Hang on, what is your? What's
41.
your 41 plus it's 71. So that's 3 hits. Yeah, awesome.
So 3d10 plus 12.
Yeah.
Damn.
25.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Okay. Jax, do you want to tell us how badass you are when
Yeah.
you do this?
Yes, I do. Thank you. So they're like starting to board the beach, and I still with the low stick, still half my body covered in blood because I anime spurted a guy with a sword in the side, and I just kind of casually like lean out or like step out from behind the pillar, a lot like Terminator with the box of roses in Terminator 2. Only I don't walk quite as far when he shoots the T-1000 in the mall back alley or hallway thing, and I just unload 3 shots into the crowd, and I'm imagining heads are blowing up right and left.
Absolutely. Like, not only that, but each of your hits clips like 4 or 5 people. There's a guy who rushes straight towards you with like some wicked looking glass on a stick that's swinging straight for your arm. You just swing around, blow his head off, like you're blowing smoke from your EHO stick across the muzzle of your smoking shotgun. It looks ridiculously badass.
Thank you.
Like, all of a sudden, the entire gang just routs. They realize that they've taken so much damage, and like the guys who are like poling the boat, carrying the big guy across the river of stuff here, they immediately start back pulling. They're like, "Oh shit, what the fuck? Ah!" and the guy is sort of like muffled yelling at them, and he starts sort of lashing out with his shock stick around him to try and motivate them. It's obvious you don't have forever, but they're backing off for now. You gain 2 distance from them.
Fricks, give it another shot. I want that big one over here with his head on a stick.
Okay. So I suppose if they're trying to leave, I think at this point, maybe I should actually cast Spasm on this target instead of Touch of Madness.
What's the range on Spasm?
50 meters.
Okay, that's close enough. Are you trying to hit that guy?
Well, I guess I'm thinking if I hit him, it sort of disables him, but I guess there's people in the boat still taking him away. So, shit. Then we'll Touch of Madness to do the same thing. We're just going to try to disrupt his vertigo, get him to fall in the water so we can retrieve him.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't think I'm focused anymore.
No.
But I'm not going to focus.
Okay.
2d10 plus 4. Oh my god.
Man.
No 9s.
Nice.
Dude.
Crushing it.
No 1s.
djWHEAT. All right, beautiful. So he rolls his willpower to resist this. Okay.
Yes!
So you're trying to like make him believe that down is up, right?
Yeah, just to basically I'm want to fuck with his vertigo.
You're
Like,
playing
he-
TIE Fighter.
You did
Steve,
Spasm,
all of a sudden
not
your controls
touch.
were
No, I
broken.
did
Yeah.
Touch of Madness.
Oh, you did Touch of Madness? Okay.
Because the Spasm will just make him fall down, and then they'll still boat him away. Whereas, like, I'm hoping he falls out of the boat.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So let me see.
He fails miserably.
Every
I mean, he
degree
might
of
just
failure.
sink.
Holy shit. How many degrees of failure was that? That was 6 degrees of failure. So roll 1d100 plus 60 is 140. Holy shit.
the
Wow.
So, guys, here's what happens. He stubs his toe. He takes 1 damage, and he can't move to the next turn.
And he explodes with like showers of bone. No. So what actually happens is the character is struck dumb and is unable to speak. This lasts for 1d5 days.
Oh, Jesus
Yikes.
Christ.
Still
So
one
he
Well, we're
cannot
not talking to him, boys.
And because of the incredible shock of this, he falls into the water. And the rest of the gang is like just boating away. Do you want to try and recover him? If you take the time to do that, they're going to recover their senses and start coming after you again. They're going to catch up to within 1
You
distance
let him
of
flail
you.
in the water for now.
All right, you're going to head off away.
No, we're just staying on the beach, but we're not trying to recover him. He's just in the water. And with all this bulky armor, we'd like a narrative on how well he's doing in that 20 feet of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start just like putting pot shots in his general
Turns
direction.
out he was captain of the Galaxy's swim team.
Swim team.
dance team. So he's actually.
Exactly.
He's
I
like
mean,
a dolphin.
basically, the deal is if you stay where you are, the gang is going to turn around and come back for you, which is totally fine. If you head off in the other direction, you can keep your head start against them. I don't
Well, what-
actually know how armor affects swim tests in.
Here's how we'd lawyer
Dark
up against
Heresy.
you. They backed away because we routed them. We knocked their. I mean, maybe they don't. They probably make no association their leader falling in the water, but their leader is in the water, presumably drowning. So if they turn back at us, that's fine. But I would argue that we would be very close to breaking them again, because
You are.
so far they haven't touched land, and the ones that did, they had their heads exploded by shotguns and spray fire from a robot can, man.
I have a good understanding of exactly how demoralized they are.
Very good.
Can I
And
make a
it's
feedback screech and demoralize them even further?
it's quite demoralizing. Let me see how this guy swims really quick.
Okay.
Skrillex is extremely demoralizing.
Drop the base.
What on earth? Oh no, that's not what it's supposed to be. Ha ha ha. Okay, so he needed to get like a 0 in order to successfully be swimming.
Oh my God.
So instead, like he just gets carried away by the current from this flowing flow of sewage and stuff that's flowing through this gully.
Pretty rough way to go, actually.
He gets carried over to the edge, and he manages to grab onto like some sort of girder or strut or something that's just lodged in the gully, and he's
now
hanging
just
on
swallowing gallons of shit from the
Yeah,
sink.
basically. And you hear him. No, you don't hear him because he's dumb, so he cannot speak. Okay. What do you do now?
Laugh.
Is it our turn again? Like
Loudly.
the crowd's just coming back at us?
They look like they're back on the other side, sort of watching this all go down. They haven't started surging forward yet, but it looks like they're all sort of hyping themselves up.
I would
We
say,
just open fire.
everyone keep firing at the mob. Let's chase
Yeah,
them
screw
away.
these guys.
Aren't they all the way across the gully now? Like, I got this is our chance to get out of here. You want the sword, don't you, Jax?
Fricks, these people are dirty in the Imperium. They've come after us. It's obviously a hit squad of sorts. We need to butcher them to cleanse this area of this heresy.
I don't
I
like.
tend to
I am
agree.
gonna make you the hardest woman. If it's the last thing that I do.
I tend to agree with the guardsman here. This seems like a good idea. We should drive them away.
Okay, I just sort of agree, but I'm also slinking back away from the.
Okay. So you'll
As she
be
slinks
further back.
I turn to her and I Morpheus finger her as well. That's gonna come up weird, but I say, Fricks, there's a warm spot up here next to me. You can watch the shotgun work.
You've got the come hither finger.
Yes.
Yes.
You know
All
what?
right. So
I'm Chemgelt, man. I ignore all temptations of the flesh. So even this, that don't mean shit to me.
Temptations of it. You misunderstood the finger. It was just one you did.
Hey, that could be perceived as a temptation of the flesh.
the temptation to make the flesh hard.
Interesting.
I see the look of disappointment on Jax's face.
Yeah,
But
he
I'm-
sees your soft body.
Okay.
Anyways, we just fire again, Steve.
Yeah, sure. They're at the extreme edge of all of your ranges, so go ahead and shoot. But you're taking a minus. Let me see exactly what that is, actually.
My range is 60 on my carbine.
Oh, they're out of range for you.
They're more than 60 meters away. They retreated that hard.
Yep, definitely.
Well, then I guess we just kind of. I don't know. I'm not going to take a shot at that range. I'm going to stand there, probably put out my EO stick, light up another one, and yell across at them. Listen, boys, if you're going to come at us, you got to do it soon, because I've got a Titan that I'm supposed to be bringing down on your families here in about 2 hours. I'm going to fucking exterminate all of you. I swear it.
All right. With that, they get themselves together. There's still dozens of these guys. There's probably like 70 or 80 people.
Oh.
And they start surging back across this gully. And a couple of them actually go down to where their leader is sort of clinging onto this thing and start helping pull him up out of the water. So are you guys going to move
Well, I shoot
anywhere,
at them.
prepare in any way, or are you just going to stand there and take their assault?
Be right back.
If they're like moving in towards us, the second they get in range, I would ask that we get a couple of shots of opportunity or whatever at
Yeah, absolutely.
the
I'll
guys
keep
who are to the
your
girder. I focus them.
I'll keep your current turn order here. So we'll just start with Eli. Well, he's away, so we'll start with Engelbart, and then we'll pick Eli back up as soon as he comes back. So Engelbart, what are you gonna do? They're pulling themselves out of the water. The boats are landing. They're pouring out. They're screaming, running at you. A couple of them have some lit Molotov cocktails. They're waving their guns and their clubs and everything in the air.
Huh. Where exactly? Just the whole coastline is just teeming with these guys?
Exactly.
And they magically got back across the river in the course of 5 seconds. Without
it
me
wasn't-
shooting up.
It wasn't 5 seconds. You had enough time to position yourselves however you want. So if you want to be
okay.
somewhere else, totally move yourself there. We're not
Alright.
we're not in combat time right now.
Where
We're
is the
moving-
nearest piece of cover?
Well, you've got this this big strut right next to you. You could go there and get cover, or you could go up on the high ground and get a bonus to your accuracy.
Let's get up on the high ground.
All right, I'm gonna move you. Do you want to be like on the
I've done
corner
it.
up there?
I'm over here. This is where I am.
Beautiful.
I guess while this is going on, while we're positioning ourselves, I ask Barbosa, "You mind, friend, if I borrow that shimmery sword for this one?
He looks at you and he says, "This sword's been in my family for generations, Sonny. You get me out of here alive, it's yours. Not till then."
I might need it earlier, friend, to keep it in some form of your generational family, but just keep an eye on the fact that I could be using it. If you feel you can use it, that's fine, though.
He grips it in his hand and he ignites it again. The whole thing crackles with electricity. He says, "Nay, I've got this one."
All right, friend. Then I just
Nay.
position myself behind the tube again, but I beg you again, the second they're within decent range, I would say we all get a shot off or something like that.
Wait, so
Yeah.
I stood up. They're returning. They're coming back at us. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Right now? Okay.
Yep.
Absolutely. They're surging back out of the water.
I'll go stand up behind the pylon with Jax.
Beautiful.
Can I move my own character?
Each of these hexes
you can.
There we
is
go.
how many meters?
3 meters.
3 meters. Okay.
Okay, so it looks like Eli's got the highest initiative of y'all. Fricks, are you just standing where you are?
Actually, in response to everyone moving, I'm also going to take a position next to Jax and Eli.
As she does, Steve, I look at her and I give an approval, like a patriarchal approval nod and say, "You're learning. You're learning.
Very nice. Very nice.
Misogyny of the 41st
I can
millennium.
feel you getting harder."
That's just right.
Just don't
Awful.
say that ever, please. We'd have to take it over to Roleplay XXX, man.
Oh god.
This is a different
that
brand
sub
of
only?
Roleplay XX2. It's
It's
places
sub
I haven't
only.
been.
It's
Yeah, I
premium.
thought so.
You can't even view the stream unless you pay.
Yep. Yep.
Good stuff over there.
Yep.
Pay per view.